Yo, what's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about the Zana mods that we are getting for the patch 3.16, the Scourge League, and how you will be able to use them to make currency. So this league's set of Zana mods looks actually very nice, and it's probably one of the best ones we ever got, since there is a lot of stuff to choose from for both low and high investment strategies. So first let's start with how you can unlock them. So during the past leagues we had 160 bonus objectives, and now with the removal of a lot of maps on the Atlas we will only get, I believe, around 120, and based on that number that you have unlocked you will be unlocking the Zana mods. We obviously don't know the exact number, but probably for something like Blight you will need like 100, for Fortune Favors the Brave and Breach maybe like 20 or something around that. So that's how you unlock them. So first you will get these ones, then next one, and so on, depending on your bonus objectives progression. So let's start talking about them. So first one is Fortune Favors the Brave. So it costs only 3C, and it will apply one of these random mods onto your map. And the most important thing about it is that it includes those that you have not yet unlocked. So let's say you have like 20 of objectives completed, and you have Fortune Favors the Brave, but you don't have Blight, you don't have Legion, you don't have Beyond. You put this one on your map and you can get just randomly one of those. So this one is actually very good for like progressing throughout your Atlas if you want to get additional map drops, just currency drops, and so on. And if you look at the price, you are paying 3C, and pretty much every one of them costs at least 3C. The only one is Breach, and you probably would still want the Breach for 3C, so it doesn't really matter what you get, you will probably still make profit from that mod. But it's not gonna be like a big profit, obviously, because you can't really focus on one of the mods, so you can't like combine it with like Atlas passive, Scarabs, and so on. But yeah, it's still pretty nice for like early on progressing throughout the Atlas. Next one is Breach. So Breach is actually, in my opinion, one of the best one we got. It costs only 2C, and it will add one Breach onto your map. So this is especially powerful since with the new Atlas passives, well, not really new, just changed positions and so on, since we now have only 4 zones. This is the new Lirartane, and by the way, I made my own like image with all of the passives, since we didn't get them yet, but we did get the patch notes, and here we have the list of all of the passives and in which zones they are. So I just made an image just so I have better like visualization. So in this zone we have Breach, and Flash Breach actually got buffed. Now you have also 30% the amount of monsters inside of a Breach, and even without this, Flash Breach was already insane. It was very good strategy to farm the Breach stones. And now also within their grasp and gatekeepers is in Lirartane instead of the Lex Proxima, and it was worth to farm Lex Proxima just for these two passives, and it was worth to farm Lirartane just for this one. And now we will have all 3 of them in one zone, so you can combine all of them for insane amount of Breach drops. So using the Breach Zana mod plus like a Polished Breach Scarab or something for additional 2 breaches is gonna be very good strategy. You might even want to do that in like tier 11s, maybe even yellow maps, I'm not sure. But as long as you have these passives, it's probably gonna be worth it, especially if you have Watchstones that increase the chance to get Chayula Breach. Okay, next one, Essence. It is actually very similar. So 2 leagues ago, I believe we had Essence mod on map device, but it was 2C for 2 essences. Now it's 3C for 3 essences, so it's actually even better. And now let's go to pay work. So these passives actually did not get changed. They are still in the same position. They still give the same things. So area contains additional essence, and corrupting monsters can't release them, and also essences found are a tier higher. So putting this mod on Heroic Hamlet maps with these two passive is very good for farming essences. I actually did, I believe 2 leagues ago, a strategy where I was farming yellow maps, like a tier 6 in the zone, using these passives and well, 2 essences, Zana mod, and I made a ton of money using that. So now it's even better, and also you can choose some different new passives in the zone, so it might be actually even better. Also, you can combine it with Sextant. I believe on Prime Sextant you can get a Sextant that gives even 2, I believe, more essences inside of your map, and also all of the essences have a chance, 50% chance to have Remnant of Corruption, and most of the time you can sell them for like 5C. So Essence and Breach, both of them are really good for like early league farming strategy. If you are missing some currency, you want to improve your build, maybe you are struggling in red maps, just go for yellow maps, even like in early red maps, and you will probably make a lot of currency with both of these strategies. Next one is Bloodlines, which is not super great, but it still adds 3 additional magic monster packs to your map, which can be decent for map drops. Magic monsters drop up to 1 tier higher maps than the tier of your map that you are in, so still you can use it for additional map drops, but you probably would be better to just use Fortune Favors the Brave and have a chance to get something else. Next one is Ambush, which is decent. It's not the greatest one, but you can still use it with let me find it. So now in Valdo's Rest we are getting the Strongbox passives, and you can do the Sextant that gives 500% increased quantity from items that spawn from these strongboxes. So with this strategy, with using that Sextant plus these passives and Ambush, it's decent strategy, but if you are doing that one, you probably don't even need this Zana mod. It's still really nice strategy even without this Zana mod, but still it's something that is helping that one. Next one is Beyond, which is one of the best things everyone hope for, since it helps most importantly Headhunter a lot. You spawn a lot of rare monsters, so you get a lot of additional Headhunter stacks, and it's mostly used for the, let me find it, the Glenakern strategy for Beyond passives plus Beyond on your map device. Last league we had Nemesis on our map device, so people were rolling maps with Beyond and then putting Nemesis on map device. Now we will just roll our maps with Nemesis and we will put Beyond on our map device and roll Watchstones with Sextants for Nemesis free. So this is especially good for Nemesis free strategy in Glenakerns, but other than that, it's pretty much gonna be used by everyone that is choosing their maps up to maximum, just putting Beyond on top of that for even more monsters. So it's really, really good, and also really good for experience. Next one is Legion. So Legion actually in Glenakerns, in my opinion, got nerfed a bit. It's probably the only passive that actually got nerfed, because we had the Monumental here, which gave you 10% chance for additional Legion, and now it gives the Protracted Battle, which doesn't really give anything. The only thing it gives you is a little bit more time to clear Legion, but if you are clearing it anyway, it doesn't really do anything. And we also lost the Emblematic in New Vastir, so you can only get Legion in Glenakern. High value targets and face-to-face is still really nice, but if you will use like a polished or rusted Legion Scarab in Glena plus Legion on your map device, it's still a really good strategy, but it's probably gonna be worse than the Breach one. Maybe later on, when people will actually start farming emblems for experience, it might be pretty good, but also you can just put Legion on pretty much any map, especially tier 14 plus, and you will just gain some nice additional profit. So Legion, still really nice, but it's not the greatest anymore, in my opinion. Next one is Blight. So Blight is actually, in my opinion, the worst one out of all of these. And why, you may ask that? Well, the most important reason why is that we have Blight Scarabs. And Blight Scarabs, usually the price of them is around the HC, so for the Rusted one, which gives you the Blight encounter inside of your map. And out of all of these mods, Blight is actually the only one that you can have only one Blight inside of your map. So for Legion, you can stack them, you can have 2, 3, 4. If you have a map device mod, you have Scarab and so on, you can have more of them, say for Essences and Breaches, but Blight you can have only one. So if Scarabs exist, you pretty much never will need this mod. The only reason you would want this mod is if Blighted Scarabs are more expensive than HC, and they might be for like 1, maybe 2 days at the beginning of the league, but at that point most of the people will not even have Blight unlocked yet. And yeah, if you have Scarabs, you will just use Scarabs, and there is pretty much no reason for this to exist if we can't have multiple Blight encounters in one map. But that's gonna be it. In the next video I am gonna explain all of the changes for the Atlas passives, the position of the mods. I will show the strategies for the Atlas, like how can you make currency with all of them, not only the map device, so make sure to check that one out. But Zana mods are looking very nice. I think everyone will find something for themselves, so I am really happy because of that. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.